Hello, my name is Camyron Holt, and I'm president of Instant FC LLC. I have 7 years' experience in reviewing and fixing problems with title commitments, and today I want to talk to you about removing exceptions from your title commitment. Now, whether you're removing these exceptions for yourself as a buyer or a buyer of your property, you need to know one thing. Title company is not your friend. A title company sells insurance at a fixed price. The less title exceptions on their title commitment means the more liability they have at the end of the day. Therefore, you have to have full documentation be prepared when you make your request to the title company to remove an exception from the title commitment. So let's talk about some common title exceptions to remove. I'm going to lump irrelevant deed restrictions, restrictive covenants, and easements into one category, right? So removing these items will require the help of a surveyor. On your survey itself, you'll likely see deed restrictions, restrictive covenants, and easements listed from the title commitment on your survey in a little parenthetical area that says it affects the subject property or does not affect the subject property. Right? So if you see an irrelevant easement and it says doesn't affect the subject property, you can point out that fact to the title company and they'll remove that title exception from your title commitment. In the case these deed restrictions, restrictive covenants, and easements were extinguished in a separate document, you likely have that separate document listed in your title commitment. What you need to do is find that document, point to the specific sentence where it says that the irrelevant easement deed restriction was extinguished, and point that sentence to the title company and say, hey, this has been extinguished via this instrument. Please remove it from the title commitment. Next, we have rights of parties in possession. This is an exception regarding non-public leases that you may have for your property. Essentially, it's stating we can't attest to whether you have a private lease leasing out your house to somebody. Right? So this exception can be removed from title by simply signing an affidavit regarding parties in possession at closing. And this affidavit will state that you're not leasing out your property to a third party. All you need to do is verify with the title company that the affidavit regarding parties in possession you'll sign at closing is sufficient to remove that exception. So the last one on my list is oil and gas leases. This is a pretty common one in Texas. You may have a lease from the 1930s on your property that was never released. To get this lease removed from title, you need to reach out to a landman who will prepare a mineral ownership report, which will prove that the lease is not active. And that same landman will also prepare an affidavit of non-production regarding certain leases that'll be recorded at closing. You'll need to verify with the title company that the affidavit of non-production regarding certain leases that the landman prepared is sufficient to remove that lease from the title commitment. And once the affidavit is recorded, this old lease or the old leases will no longer come up on the title commitments for your property. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions or you need help removing exceptions from your title commitment, please visit instantfc.com for a consultation today. All right, have a great day.